This is Wanted Weapons of Fate for the PS3 and Xbox 360. We're watching the PlayStation 3 version. And as I've said repeatedly on this show, this style of duck and cover, hide and shoot, third-person shooter is not usually my favorite genre, because it always seems like you play the game like they want you to play it, not like you want to play it. There's always a barrel or a crate strategically placed just where you need to hide. So the first hour of gameplay, I was not terribly impressed with this game. But after I started getting into it, I'm pleased to report that this game is above average. It's definitely playable, it's a lot of fun, and stylistically it's done very well. Also, technically, it's very solid. I didn't even realize this game was based off the movie until I was about halfway through it and remembered that whole curving bullet thing from the trailers, because the Wanted movie trailers made it look like the worst movie on earth. But this game actually makes me want to watch the movie now, and the curving bullet thing seems like it would be ridiculous in a film, but it's great for a video game. I mean, it's really no different than throwing your glaive out in Dark Sector or using some sort of telekinesis. It's just a perfect tool for a shooter like this, although it does make the game a bit easy. It really makes you feel cool when you pull one of those off. What you do is you end up locking onto a target. You can see them if they're behind something. That's where you're really cheating in this game a bit, but you can then adjust your curve until it turns white, and then the bullet flies around and hits them. Sometimes you'll get a kill, other times you'll stun them, then they'll walk out, and then you can shoot them from there. You get the sense the whole way through the game that since this guy is the world's greatest assassin, there's obviously no way he's going to lose. It's like a Steven Seagal film where nobody lands a single punch on him for a 2-hour movie. I mean, look, Bloodsport was far more realistic when Jean-Claude Van Damme got the crap beat out of him, but then he came from behind to win. Or was that Kickboxer? I don't know, I always get the two confused. I know the girl from Highlander's in one of those movies. The main character in the game is Wesley. At the moment I'm playing as his father, Cross, and I'm not sure the designers understand how airplanes work. I think Passenger 57 has more realism than this scene. However, the airplane shooting scene that we're watching is one of the better scenes in the game. One of the better stages in the game. It's a lot of fun to play. I like the subtle knockoff of the British Airways logo. The fact that these airplanes can withstand a gunfight makes me feel safer flying in them if Bezalios Airlines was real. If anybody else thinks this guy looks like Snake Eyes, raise your hand. You can't see my hand right now, but it's raised. Wanted Weapons of Fate picks up after the movie, and you continue the story of Wesley Gibson. It goes into a bit of backstory with his father, and I like the way that they integrate the gameplay where you play as Wesley and also as his father, Cross. Yes, Wesley Gibson is very talented, but is he as talented as Wesley Crusher? And will Will Wheaton pick this up now and put it on his blog? And those sweaters that he wore were awesome. See on the top right of the screen, there's those bullets up there, and as you play longer, you get more of them. That's your adrenaline when you kill people or when you stab them. You then get more adrenaline, and you use your adrenaline when you want to use your curving bullets or your time slowdown.
Now,
Holy crap, it's the guy from Robin Hood.
Cross cannot be trusted. You must meet his fate.
At points in the game, it goes into a cinematic mode where you then just have to shoot a couple things on screen. And that kind of stuff usually falls flat. In this game, it's done fairly well. And I'm not sure if it enhances the gameplay, but it does look really cool, especially the scene in the airplane, which I thought was great. Overall, I like the game. I recommend it for fans of shooters, for fans of first-person or third-person shooters. You have to unlock the hard mode, the killer mode, and I don't think that the normal mode is very difficult. And also, the game is really short.
Just tell me the truth when he had the chance.
This will lead you to his burial site. It is in the sacred fraternity catacomb.
So keep that in mind, but the gameplay and the story are very well done here. I don't think it's anything groundbreaking, but as I was playing this for the review, I really couldn't put the game down. I actually really enjoyed it. And another small criticism is the bad guys. They remind me of the guys in Rolling Thunder. Remember that side-scrolling arcade game? Where, you'd see a bad guy in yellow, there was a bad guy in blue, a bad guy in red and green and gray and so forth, and you knew what they would do and how many times you had to shoot them. There's really only a few different kinds of bad guys in this game. So if you see the guy in the hoodies, you just shoot him once in the head. You see the guy in the gray suit with the white hair, he takes a couple shots. There's the guy in the long cloak. The guys with the face masks run at you and you have to stab them. It's amazing how all the bad guys seem to shop at the exact same store, have the same haircut, and buy the same sweatshirt. But overall, I enjoyed Wanted Weapons of Fate and do recommend it for fans of shooters, whether you rent it or buy it. I'll leave that up to you, but it's a fun game.
I was among the royalty of death, and I was looking for their king.